A lot of people think buying a first home in Sarasota is already out of reach, but that's not really true. And that's exactly why I'm making this video, because there are still areas around Sarasota and in Sarasota where first-time buyers can afford to get in, if you know exactly where to look. Today, I'm going to break down the specific cities and pockets that are still realistic for first-time buyers, the price ranges you actually need to be thinking about, and the trade-offs you need to understand before you make a move. And make sure you stay until the very end, because I'll explain the #1 mistake I see first-time buyers make that quietly prices them out even when there's affordable options that still exist. Sarasota feels unaffordable because of what most people see online. Beachfront homes, downtown condos, luxury new construction, or maybe a fully built out neighborhood that's close to the coastline. Those areas are expensive, there's no question. But Sarasota isn't just one market. It's a collection of micro markets, and they haven't all moved at the same speed. Affordability didn't disappear, it just shifted outward and southward, and in some cases inland. The buyers who still win are the ones who understand where that shift happened. Now let's get honest about the numbers. For most first-time buyers trying to stay within the Sarasota orbit, right now the realistic target is $300,000 to $400,000. And that doesn't mean beach access or luxury finishes, unless we're talking about new construction, and we'll get there in a bit. But it does mean a solid home in a livable area with plenty of conveniences and manageable monthly costs and no high HOAs. Once buyers accept that price range and stop chasing the higher Hollywood TV show neighborhoods, those options will open up very quickly. Now this part, most videos skip, so let's be specific. Let's talk towns and neighborhoods. So take for example Northport. Northport remains one of the most consistent areas for first-time homebuyers. And what buyers typically find here are newer construction homes or early 2000 built homes, which is great for insurance rates because most of the homes were built after the Miami-Dade hurricane codes of 2001. And insurance companies love to see that. And often you have larger lots and pricing from the low 300s to the low 400s. But the trade-off is you're a lot farther from the beach. There's no real downtown, just brand new strip malls along the major roads. The commutes are longer if you're heading into Sarasota, but many buyers decide having a nicer home, a yard, newer designs, 2-car garages, and lower insurance costs. It really makes it worth it for them. So here's one that is truly a gem, and that's Parrish. Parrish has quietly become one of the strongest first-time buyer markets on the Suncoast. Why? It's all that heavy new construction activity. If you've been watching this channel, you've seen 2 or 3 neighborhood tours in Parrish every single month. And with new construction, you get builder incentives, which I'm going to break down and tell you how that makes a huge difference on being able to buy more home here in just a few minutes. But in Parrish, you'll find new homes in the mid to upper 300s and in the mid 400s. And this area works especially well for remote workers and buyers commuting north to St. Pete or Tampa, or buyers who want newer homes without that Sarasota pricing. Then there's Palmetto and Ellenton. Now these 2 areas are often overlooked, and that's exactly why they work. Here, first-time homebuyers are finding townhomes, smaller single-family homes, older resales, and also a number of new home communities, especially in Ellenton and east to the Rye area. Prices are often in the high 300s to low 400s. While staying closer to Sarasota, you've also got easier alternative routes out east into Lakewood Ranch. Now the trade-offs are it's less flashy, fewer amenities, but for buyers prioritizing location and price, these areas are winning quietly. Now, if this is your first time on our channel and you want to learn everything about Sarasota and the surrounding communities, make sure you subscribe and hit that notification button so you don't miss out on any of the latest homes and info that's happening right here on the Suncoast. My name's Rob Rovnak, and every day we get calls, texts, and emails from people just like you wanting to know about Sarasota and the surrounding area. So whether you're moving in 1 week or in 1 year, just reach out today so we can help you make a smooth move. Now let's get back to that list. Now, next up are what I'd call inland Sarasota pocket communities. Yes, even within Sarasota proper, there are still more affordable areas. Now they're not beachside or downtown, although there are some gentrifying areas north of the city and some small neighborhoods that you might want to check out. But most are another 10 to 15 minutes east or south before you start seeing an ease up on that core Sarasota pricing, where land is just at a premium and it's driving up prices. You'll often find older homes, smaller footprints, communities without heavy amenities or no amenities, which is fine since you're right in the heart of it all. And these can still work for you, for buyers who want something within the mid 300s to low to mid 400s. If your expectations are realistic, you can find something. And I just did a single family search here in the MLS, and I found 140 homes between 275,000 to 400,000. Not a bunch of handyman properties, but older, smaller, and sometimes dated, and a few that I thought were really great homes. So areas like Countrywood, Colonial Gables, Sarasota Springs, Lake Sarasota, Southgate, these are just a few, but you have to know the neighborhoods and which aren't possibly right for you. Now here's where many buyers are getting it wrong. Until the last few years, new homes have always been more expensive than older existing resales. But let's break that down for you. Resale homes can offer established neighborhoods, larger lots, mature trees, things like that, but they often come with older roofs, higher insurance, and repairs right out of the gate or soon after that. So new construction, especially in areas like Parrish, Nokomis, and Northport, often have builder warranties. Energy efficiency, leading to lower bills and predictable monthly costs. And of course, there's lower maintenance. Plus some things that take it over the top, like incentives. Incentives like closing costs, closing credits, and rate buydowns. For most buyers, every 1% drop in rate gives you roughly 10 to 12% more home for the same monthly payment. The incentives can actually translate into a point or two off your interest rate and give you roughly $50,000 or more in extra buying power. So let's take a real world example. Let's assume that you're going to do a traditional 30-year fixed rate mortgage with say a $2,600 budget, which includes principal and interest. So for every point drop you're getting roughly $45,000 to $70,000 more in buying power. And that translates into a larger or better home. I've had many first-time buyers assume new construction was just out of reach, until we ran the numbers and realized it actually made more financial sense month to month. Not to mention that you're getting a home that you really love. Now here's the real mistake, and this is important. First-time buyers don't get priced out just because they wait for rates or for prices to drop. They get priced out because they lock themselves into one location too early. They say things like, I have to be in Sarasota, I have to be near the beach, I won't look north or south. And by doing that, they unknowingly give up better inventory, lower taxes, lower insurance, builder incentives, and sometimes $100,000 or more in purchasing power. And bigger than all of that, they lose out on years of paying down a mortgage and building equity. Now, this isn't a commercial for new construction because these incentives won't always be here, but they are worth exploring in today's market. Now, the buyers who succeed, they do something different. They compare location versus price, commutes versus monthly costs, new construction versus resale. Once they see the full map, the right move becomes a lot more obvious. And that's why two buyers with the same income can have completely different outcomes. The difference isn't luck, it's a local strategy. Affordability near and around Sarasota isn't gone, it's just moved around. And it takes a little know-how to search, hunt, and find it. It can be a maze, but you have someone who has a bird's eye view from up top and can direct you, and that's me. So if you want help narrowing down which of these areas actually fits your budget, lifestyle, and timeline, reach out anytime by phone, text, or email, or just click my calendar right below and schedule a free Zoom call so I can help you with that bird's eye view and give you plenty of options. For living and buying in Sarasota, I'm Rob Rovnak. I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.